Hey, what's up everyone? This is Silver Slayer. Thank you for tuning into this video. This is probably the most important video I'll be making for a while. This is talking about the incredible amount of silver scams that are online and actually you can find in person. So I hope this video does very well. Make sure to smash the like button. Make sure you share this video with friends and family, because there are a lot of ways, especially beginner people into the world of precious metals, can get scammed and lose a lot of money, and people are very, very, very good at doing this. It's very easy to fall victim to this, so make sure you watch this video and you take all the necessary precautions. So before we start, make sure to smash that like button. Make sure you subscribe if you're new, because I do post daily videos. So the first scam I want to talk about before we even get into this article from West Hill Capital is talking about the extremely high premiums that these mints are placing on top of spot price right now. Even though spot price of silver may be $14, you're paying $27 for an American Eagle. That's a $13 premium on top of a coin that should be sold towards or near spot price. So make sure you understand where the best prices are, whether that's going to your local coin shop or searching around for a couple minutes online and seeing which places you can get near spot price. You don't want to be paying these $10+ premiums on a bullion coin that should be sold for spot, because when you go to sell that coin, you're not going to get anything more than spot price. So the whole entire premium is basically extra money that you're throwing away. So let's go over this article. The link to this article will be in the description if you want to check it out yourself, but it's talking about how to spot silver scams. 5 mistakes that every precious metal investor should avoid. There's an archaic misunderstanding of money when it comes to precious metals, and some dealers capitalize on the confusion to make huge margins for themselves and unsuspecting investors. These dealers use strong emotions, nuance, and slick sales to push their customers into buying rare and expensive coins even when their buyers aren't collectors, which is definitely true. You need to understand which type of silver stacker you are before you even get into precious metals. You know, are you going to be a quick flipper? Are you going to be in it for more of the long term? Which types of silver you're going to be buying, and this also can tell where you buy from. Now, the precious metal sale industry isn't regulated, so when it comes to coin shops and dealers, it's always a buyer beware. The most important thing you can do is research all the options for yourself before buying anything, and if you don't, there could be some serious consequences to your retirement portfolio. So mistake number 1, the numismatic bait and switch. According to Merriam-Webster, the word numismatics means the study of collection of coins, tokens, or paper money, and sometimes related to objects such as metals. Basically, numismatics is another way of saying coin collecting. And a numismatic coin collector is a coin has value in excess of its metal content because it's historical, rare, or both. Unfortunately, some precious metal companies try to trick their customers into buying these numismatic coins with margins of 30 to 50%. See, when a coin has numismatic value, that means there's value on top of just the metal content, the silver or gold inside of the coin, which means maybe it's a piece of American history, or the coin's extremely limited or scarce, and it has some type of historical value on top of it, not just sold for the metal content, which is bullion. So many companies advertise a secure precious metals IRA with real bullion. This appeals to your logical side, offering you a great deal on silver bars and coins you can purchase at great values. But then the account manager on the phone will say, well, think about we think bullion's okay, but you should really look at these other collectible coins. The first sign that they were trying to upsell you on a product to help them make more money, because bullion's around $15-16, but if you can get a numismatic coin, you might be able to spend a couple $100. So you can see where the margin is, where the profit margin can be for them. So since you become so wise by the narrative spewed, they're glad to make 30-50% from these numismatic coins. The bait in the American Silver Eagle. You get discounted to call them today. And the switch happens when they turn up the pressure and try to convince you to buy these non-confiscatable coins. So if you get sold some of these numismatic coins and buy some of them, you already start out deep in the hole as you make the purchase. Don't believe that? Try and immediately sell a numismatic coin back to the same dealer. You only get 40-60% of what you just paid instantly, and that's why it's so scary to do this. You need to, because when you're buying these coins, it's not that you're losing money, but you have to wait for the coin to appreciate in value over time. And if you're not going to sell them online, then you're definitely not going to get the same profits back especially from a local coin shop. So mistake number 2, buying proofs instead of real bullion. The U.S. Mint produces two types of bullion coins. Proof bullion coins are specially minted for collectors. They come with a COA, or Certificate of Authenticity, and are usually sold in velvet presentation cases, encapsulated in plastic. They're triple stamped using specially adapted coining presses and specially polished dies, create softly glazed yet minutely detailed images. They contain 3/9 fine, pure, guaranteed silver by the U.S. Mint. And then there's uncirculated bullion coins, are minted for investment purposes, sold to a select number of authorized buyers, including major banks, coin dealers, and brokerage firms. See, that's the key. Both types have the exact same precious metal content, but the proof coins cost more, much more, because they have a semi-numismatic value. Why pay for the exact same metal? Bottom line, proofs are for collecting, bullions for investing, and that's true. If you're more of a collector and you like the coins for historical purposes, or maybe just for your own collection, that is true. But if you're looking at silver for an investment type of perspective, or to build up, silver because you see how much potential it has, then you want to be going with bullion. Now we can get into some stuff. Now, this is mistake number 3, investing in silver mining stocks and shares and ETFs. ETFs stand for exchange traded funds. It's basically the digital side, or the paper side of investing in gold and silver you're not actually owning any physical gold or silver coins in your hand. And a lot of times we say, if you can't hold it, you don't own it. That's the saying of the stacker. So you want to be careful if you are investing into the digital side, because you don't actually have anything to show for. So if there's a power outage or whatever the case happens, whether it's an SHTF scenario, you don't have anything to show for, and it could be swiped away just like that. That's why it's so important to own your own physical precious metals, because you're in complete control of your money. It's not stored away in some vault where you're just hoping that it's there. So silver. You can count on physical silver to hold its value no matter what the world currency is performing. It's wealth that you can hold in your hands. Silver also correlates negatively with stocks. When stocks go down, silver goes up. Silver stocks are usually referred to as mining shares. These are an alternative to physical silver, because as an investor, you own a partial interest in silver mining companies. That interest has hopes of great profits and pitfalls of tremendous losses. So the investment in a mining company is highly speculative. Silver demand is increasing, stockpiles are dwindling, spot prices are low enough that investment in mining is uninspired. Although some of these companies have earned extremely attractive returns over the years, the silver lining, as it were, they're simply not the same as investment in actual physical silver. So silver ETFs, which is also exchange traded funds, like I mentioned earlier, similar to a mutual fund that in track as an asset and index of assets. A silver ETF may hold various silver assets, including stocks and mining companies and silver reserves. So unlike physical silver, a silver ETF is a stock with no inherent value. At no time do you actually own a physical silver coin or bar. So that's very scary to think about. A lot of people don't understand that. So now here's mistake number 4. Leveraged investment scams, falling in love with the future price of silver. These are silver pumpers, basically, saying that silver is going to be $100 by tomorrow, so hurry up and buy your silver right now or you're going to miss the boat. I try to really make sure I don't do this on my channel. I talk about silver's potential, where silver could be $50 in the next coming months or years, because the 2008 credit crisis is almost mimicking, or a mirror-like reflection of what's happening now, and that led to $50 silver. So we could be seeing $50 silver in the near future if history repeats itself. But I'm not saying that you need to buy your silver right now or you're going to miss out. That's misleading, and it also gives a resentment towards the audience, because then you're tricking your audience into thinking that silver is about to explode and you have to buy it all right now. So if you believe the price of silver will definitely rise again, you might be susceptible to the leveraged silver account scam. These aggressive salespeople try to convince you the price of silver will continue to go up indefinitely, so you should get a loan now in order to get silver at its low current price. So problems you might fall for in the leveraged scam investment. Problem 1, you get a loan for silver. You won't get silver until your full loan and other fees, interest rates have been paid back to the lender, the precious metal company. Problem number 2, if the price of the precious metal you invested in falls lower than what you paid, you can end up with even more debt, which is true. Problem number 3, if prices keep dropping, your equity falls 15% below the purchasing price, the financial institution will issue an equity call, requiring you to pay more fees and bring your equity above the equity call level. Problem number 4, if you can't refuse to pay additional money, lender will sell the metal for you to pay off your loan. Problem number 5, these leveraged investment scams are high risk, because you receive an equity call if the price of the metal goes down, stays flat, or simply doesn't go up enough to offset the mounting storage interest rates. Problem number 6, what's even more troubling, is if the company is running a fake business or Ponzi scheme, they might continue trying to collect loan payments from you, and then they might disappear. And then here's mistake number 5, not knowing the right questions to ask. So here's a checklist. Scams are easy to find if you know what you're looking for, but for a beginner investor who's influenced by the slick talking salesman, it's not always as simple to distinguish among trustworthy bullion dealers and money-hungry middlemen that charges ridiculous premiums. So that's definitely true. So, you need to be careful with when you're investing, who you're buying from. That's why I always put a link in the description to like Modern Coin Mart. You can buy from APMEX, JM Bullion, Provident Metals, SD Bullion. Those are some trusted companies. Stick with the people, the companies like that. Some of the names I just said, those are respectable, reputable dealers you can be purchasing from. So first off, find a reputable precious metal dealer that doesn't charge unfair fees, commissions, or premiums. Make sure your dealer work with a trustworthy custodian. Double check where your metals will be held and stored. Is the precious metal dealer willing to buy back the precious metal you purchased? And if so, at what cost? Usually APMEX will tell you what they will buy back that coin for, or what price they will buy for. So anyways, I covered a lot in this video, but basically just be careful, be thoughtful, be mindful where you're buying from, because there's a lot of options out there and there's a lot of scams out there. We didn't even go over fake silver, which is another thing as well. Avoid eBay at all costs, especially as a beginner, because there's a lot of fake silver on eBay. There's a lot of opportunity where people are trying to double up prices or overcharge you and try to trick and take advantage of your lack of experience. Not saying that you're stupid, not saying anything along those lines. It's just, if you are new into this world, you just don't know how these markets work yet, and you just don't know where to look to find reputable sources. So you need to be careful. Go to APMEX, JM Bullion, Provident Metals, Modern Coin Mart, SD Bullion. There's Sunshine Mint bars. There's, so many different places. JM Bullion has the 10-ounce starter kit where you can get 10 ounces of silver at spot price. It's only one per household, but there's definitely some places, that you can go to, especially looking online quickly to find some reputable places, because I hate to see anyone fall victim to silver scams. So hopefully this video helped you. I really hope it helped you, secure your account. And there's also the storage part of it as well. If you're where you're storing your silver, how you're storing your silver, whether you're putting your coins in capsules, whether it's in a safe, whether it's in a shoebox under your bed that can be easily found. How are you storing your silver? Are you wearing gloves? That's also just as important. So anyways, I'm going to wrap this video up here. I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully this video helped you out a lot. If you did find this video helpful, make sure to smash the like button. This is Silver Slayer. I'll see you guys soon. Peace.